Okay, we'll start with questions for Keegan, and then we'll have Minnesota's coach in here, followed by Coach Taylor and Ahron Ulis. Questions for Keegan?
Keegan, in the second half, you guys seemed to just almost flip a switch defensively, and it really fueled a nice run there. What was it? Something conscious? Was it something discussed, or how did it all come together defensively for you?
Yeah, I just think in the first half, obviously they're a team that likes to choose matchups and figure out matchups of that nature. But they made tough shots in the first half, and they're getting the matchups that they wanted. In the second half, at halftime, we just decided we need to take it to heart. We're not going to let the guy on the other side of the ball score on us. That just relayed into the effort in the second half, and we got the job done. I held them to 20-something points or something like that. So it was a good effort for us.
What was the message coming out of that? I think it was the under 16 timeout. All 8 of Minnesota's second half shots were threes, but it seems like after that you guys really made a couple of adjustments that really set you guys up.
Yeah, no, it was just keeping the gas down to the pedal. I mean, it was effort really that we just really needed to do more, and that was kind of relayed in the second half. And I feel like a lot of our guys responded to that message and responded to Coach Taylor and what he said, but it was just effort overall.
How different was it with Coach Taylor?
Yeah, no, obviously it's a lot different. Obviously, Fran, he set kind of the standard of the program on how it's supposed to be ran. And Coach Taylor did an excellent job prepping us for this game. And Coach Dillard and Coach Spraw as well and Coach Eldridge really helped us set the standard that Fran left for us. So I just think that they did a really good job prepping us for this game.
For people who don't know much about Coach Taylor, kind of what's his personality type and what's it been like working with him just throughout this season and your time here?
Yeah, no, he's a coach that really just is confident. I mean, he really sets the standard for what we got to do and get the job done. Obviously, he's one of the coaches that recruited me when I came here, so I have a really good relationship with him. And he's just been a guy that I've really respected my 2 years here. And I've been respecting him this whole time, and I just think that our whole team really latched on what he was saying to us the last couple of days of practice. And he's just a great coach overall.
For you, in the last few games has been about foul trouble and you're not getting a lot of minutes. You look down at the box score, you only sat for 45 seconds in this game, played the whole time, doing a lot on both sides of the ball. What was it like for you to just be out there for the duration of the game, and what responsibility maybe did you feel to lead this team to this win today?
Yeah, no, obviously our last couple of games ended up in losses, and I kind of felt that was kind of my fault personally, just because I wasn't out on the floor as much as I should have been due to foul trouble and things like that. So I really just locked in, played aggressive defense as I could without fouling, and just tried not to do anything that irrational on the defensive end or offensive end on the offensive glass. But I just feel like if I'm on the court, we're a better team. And that's not saying anything selfishly. It's just what I think is good for our team and overall, and just get other guys involved and really set the tone for our offense and defense.
Can you talk about the Ahron Ulis, what he did for you guys?
Yeah, he's a point guard that really controlled the pace of the game, I feel like. And he really guarded Willis really well on the defensive end, I feel like, in the second half. And he's just a guy that once he gets confidence, he'll keep being confident. And that's one of the great things about him. And obviously I have a lot of respect for him coming into Iowa with me. So I have a great relationship with him.
Along those lines, he seemed to, once he got into it defensively, it seemed to allow his offense to kind of succeed. Is that kind of a key to his game, is just being able to, again, play kind of that defense and then have it fuel his offense? Yeah,
no, he's a really good defender on the ball. And obviously, you saw that with him getting steals and getting out in transition, things like that. But, yeah, he's a great defender on the ball, and we really needed him today guarding that because they run a lot of ISO stuff, and he was really good on the defensive end in the second half.
It seemed like there was a Coach McCaffrey on the bench today with Connor being pretty active with that. How much did he help you guys?
He's a great leader. He's one of the best leaders that I've been around as a player. And I think that with Coach McCaffrey gone, obviously, Connor kind of stepped into that role. I felt like it really benefited our team, just having a guy on the bench, a guy kind of that you play with on a daily basis, just being another voice for you to relate to, I guess.
It seems like you guys always struggled to finish around the rim in the first half, but it seems like you guys really never got flustered. How'd you guys keep so level-headed, and then you started seeing the shots go down the second?
Yeah, just keep attacking. The first time we played him, we had 50-something points in the paint, so it was just attacking. And we got threes going. We started making layups and finishing through contact. But I feel like just it doesn't matter if the ball rolls goes in or goes out, just keep attacking. They're going to fall at some point, and that's just kind of our motto that we took into the second half.
It's still only early February, but, this game was kind of pivotal to the shaping of your regular season and what may happen next month. Was that ever a thought or a process that, I mean, if you lose this game, you're probably in rough shape going into the next month, but if you win,
Yeah.
you're right where you need to be.
Yeah, no, obviously, we want to get to March Madness. Every game is pivotal at this point forward, and we take it game by game. This game was big for us. We knew it was big for us. We just took that to heart, and we didn't want to lose. None of our guys want to lose. And there was a message at halftime where it was just, we're not going to lose this game. There's no way that we're going to lose this game. And everyone just stepped up in the second half, and I think that message really relayed to everyone.
Okay, thank you, Keegan.
Thank you.
Okay, before we get started, Coach Taylor would like to make an opening statement.
Two things to start. One, really proud of our UI Dance Marathon. Last night our students organized an event that raised over $1.36 million for pediatric cancer research. So that's a big deal. Basketball is important and it means a lot to us, but there are greater things in life. So, congrats to our students for doing that, for organizing that, and for leading the way in that cause. Secondly, I wouldn't be sitting, at this table, this podium, if it weren't for the influence of Fran McCaffrey. He means so much to me in terms of his mentorship over the course of 30 years, 30 plus years now. And he's been a teacher to me. He's been an advocate for me in my career. So I'm just incredibly grateful and humbled by the opportunity to be here in this position and lead the Hawkeyes to victory. So just proud of our guys, thankful for the opportunity, and excited that we got the win today.
Question?
Billy's.
The second half, defensively, you're down by 5, and next thing you know, you go on a 19-4 run, but it seemed to be fueled exactly what you did defensively. What happened there? Was it just a spark, or was it just them doing what they needed to do, execution?
I think anytime you have a little bit of a change in your routine, it takes an adjustment period, and I'm not the normal voice that they hear from, so it took a little bit of time for us to kind of get into our rhythm, and not playing our game midweek against Ohio State, coming off a couple losses, we're trying to get things figured out, and we just couldn't really seem to get going that first half. We talked about at halftime was just, okay, hey, that 20 minutes is over with. We need to come out and play with the required amount of pride defensively, individually guarding the basketball. Because Minnesota does a tremendous job of really attacking mismatches. They'll continue to set ball screens and work to try to get the matchup they want and then attack that matchup. And I thought our guys really stepped up to the challenge to guard the basketball first and foremost, and then that didn't put us in as many scramble situations. So there wasn't as much help in recovery. We were able to contest at the rim when we needed to. But our defense just was really tough. It was tough at the start of the possession, and it was even tougher at the end. We forced shot clock violations. We had the urgency that we needed, and we were competing individually guarding the ball.
Billy, when you got the news that Fran wasn't going to be able to, coach this game, what did you and the other coaches have to do? What did the players have to do?
Well, it's been an unusual time, right? With COVID, it's making all of us more flexible. You have to adjust more often. Who's in the lineup? Who's out of the lineup? So, Fran likes to say, every game's like a snowflake. It's completely different. So for us, this game was a different approach. Coach Dillard still had the scout, so we kind of try to make it as normal as possible for our guys, so that they wouldn't feel the impact or the effect. But we wanted our guys to just understand, hey, let's get the game plan. Let's figure out what we need to do. Let's handle our responsibilities. And we've got a tremendous coaching staff. Coach Dillard's been a head coach for many years. Coach Spirall has been a head coach. Myself, Courtney Eldridge played professional ball for 15 years. So we've got a lot of experience. So there really was no nerves in terms of, hey, we don't know what to do. Everybody knew what to do your job. And that's really what we asked the guys to do. Just come out and do your job. We're not changing our values in the next 2 to 3 days that Fran's out. We're just doing our jobs. Let's come out. Let's play the game the right way, and let's honor our coach.
How did you
How did you coach this game? I mean, just like it was any other game for you?
Yeah, you'd like to say that, like it's any other game, but it obviously means something. Getting a chance to represent the Hawkeyes and in representing my mentor, my friend, and representing the student athletes. So you'd like to think that okay, it's just any other game, but it is important and it means something. And was really proud to go out here and again to see our guys respond the way they did. And really we talked about before the game, we want our guys to play with tremendous energy. If you play with energy, you play with focus and concentration, everything else will take care of itself. And I thought that second half, that last 20 minutes, probably more so 15, 16 minutes, our energy was terrific. And as a result, the crowd got into it and really gave us the energy back so we can continue to push forward and build that lead.
On top of that, I mean, you lost 2 straight games, and I mean, everybody's got an eye on March, a little one right now, but still, if you lose 3 straight, you go 4-0 in the league, that makes it more difficult. Did that ever enter any kind of conversation, thought process at all in the last few days that if you lose this game, it's really, you're in really a tough spot?
No, never. I don't really ever talk about it, and other coaches and Fran's not that way. You're just focused on what's in front of you, and you can't control whether guys make shots or make plays or who's in the lineup, who's out of the lineup. You just have to come out and do your job, and each and every day. So whether it's again, just focusing on practice, like let's take care of practice, let's take care of our preparation, let's be ready, let's be detail-oriented. And then, this game, let's focus on this game. And, for everybody else, it can kind of look a little bit further down the road, but for us, we get very much drilled into you have to focus on this opponent because, every game in the Big Ten is a dogfight. And if you start looking too far down the line, they can get you in trouble really quickly.
Billy, they had 8 3-pointers, and I think they shot 8 3-pointers in the first 4 minutes of the second half. They only shot 6 the rest of the game, made one of them. Did you up the on-ball pressure, and did you feel like that transition offense really, I guess, sparked you guys up in your half-court offense throughout the rest of the game?
Yeah, I thought, really the 2 keys on the ball in the second half, Jordan Bohannon, his effort defensively, he only made 2 shots, 2 threes, but his pressure defensively and his aggressiveness guarding the ball was terrific. And then certainly Ahron Ulis, the job that he was doing working on the basketball against Peyton Willis. Peyton's a tough cover. He's got the ball. He's constantly probing the defense, attacking off of ball screens, dribble penetration. So I thought it started there at the point of pressure. And then that allowed Keegan Murray to get up and we've talked so much about Keegan and his efforts, on the offensive end in terms of scoring throughout the year and, leading the country in scoring or top, 2 or 3 in the country in scoring. But his effort to rebound the basketball and his effort defensively on Jamison Battle was tremendous. That's a hard guard. Battle scores it extremely well, 18 points a game, got unlimited range. So for Keegan to guard the ball and then still go back and rebound the way he did was really impressive.
Unless I missed one, you never got a Big Ten team when you were coaching at Lehigh or Ball State. Does it feel good?
Oh, it does. It does feel good. But I got to be honest with you, every win feels good. Every win feels great, and we earned it today and was proud of our guys.
Billy, can you talk about changing the starting lineup and maybe getting Peyton Sanford more involved today off the bench?
Yeah, again, it was interesting because, that change obviously happened. That was Fran's decision and as a coaching staff, so certainly wasn't my decision to change the lineup in that way. But it's difficult for Joe Toussaint, someone who's started all year, and we need him. But one of the things that we said in the locker room afterwards, this has been a team that has responded with different lineups. So for today, Ahron Ulis was kind of a hero in terms of his defensive effort. We're going to need Joe Toussaint. We're going to need Tony Perkins. We're going to need Peyton Sanford. Connor wasn't quite ready to go yet. So that gave, kind of next man up mentality, and that gave Peyton an opportunity to get some minutes, and I thought he really helped us, making shots. He was aggressive, looking to score the ball, and especially for a team that mixes in a lot of zone defense, having another shooter like Peyton out there was really, important for us, and Peyton had the nice floater in transition that was pretty cool too.
Take 2 more
It
questions.
seemed like Connor was doing a lot of coaching himself today.
Yeah, Connor's got such a great mind for the game. He sees the game. He's one play ahead. He's looking at matchups. He certainly has a pretty bright future in this if he wants. I know his mother may not like me saying that, but he's really got a great basketball IQ, understands the game, can communicate, and doesn't rattle.
Joe he played less than 6 minutes. Was that kind of more of a matter of the way Ahron played down the stretch, or was he limited by something?
Yeah, that was more so just a matter of that unit that was out there was playing extremely well. We kind of shortened things in the second half. As you mentioned, we had a big run going, and the last thing you want to do as a coach is disrupt a run. And we were really guarding, and felt like we had a good rhythm going. Jordan was guarding on the basketball as well, so didn't really want to disrupt that rhythm we had, and that unit had it, so we just stuck with it.
Okay, thanks, Coach.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
What'd you guys do defensively in the second half to really ramp things up and put you guys in a position to not only take over the lead, but win the game the way you did?
I would say in the first half, defensively, we weren't locked in enough. We didn't have any energy, so our plan coming out in the second half was to pretty much just pick up the intensity on defense and just pressure up and just focus on the key players to come out with the W at the end.
For you, a big time minutes in this game, played down the stretch in the second half, 15 minutes, put together a great second half. What do you think clicked for you during the stretch?
Just coming out with more confidence, not being hesitant with my play, and just being more aggressive, turning the defense into offense, and just coming out and just playing my game.
How much of these minutes, especially in the second half, helped you this season?
Sorry, can you repeat that?
How much of these minutes in the second half really helped you this season?
It helps me a lot, coming in. I was a freshman last year, coming into this year, coming into a bigger role, having to play more minutes. I just feel like it's making me more experienced, learning more on the court, and the second half is around clutch time, so just becoming a better player on the court.
That three seemed to really give you even more confidence. Was that a big shot for you?
Yes, definitely. I couldn't buy a basket coming out the second half, missed a couple easy ones, so yeah, that was big for me.
What did you think of the way Keegan defended, especially against Battle? Because he's such a good player.
Very good. That was our focus all week to focus on him and Willis, and Keegan execute the game plan, showed that he can basically execute on both ends of the floor offensively, and he came out and did his job on the defensive end.
What have these last few days been like? You're going to Ohio, you're not going to Ohio, you're back here, coach is gone.
It's been tough without McCaffrey, but he told us at the beginning before the Ohio State game, once it got canceled, he just said, we're just going to go wherever they want us to play. We're going to go out there, play. We can't help health issues, travel issues, and stuff like that, so just go out there and just be ready to play whoever is in front of us.
I think all 8 of Minnesota's second half shots were from three. You guys only allowed, I think, 6 other three-point attempts. Did you guys ramp up the on-ball pressure coming out of the timeout, or what was kind of the message going out?
Yeah, the message was to apply more ball pressure. I feel like in the first half we didn't have any energy. We didn't apply any pressure. We didn't put no pressure on the offense, so they were able to just execute all their offense and just be able to get into it. And second half, our plan was to come out and just pressure them more to get them more on their heels.
You spoke to stepping into a bigger role this year, this game, and then the last game against Penn State. You've been in there kind of in the winning moments. What preparation have you gone through in the offseason, maybe even during this season, to prepare you to step into moments like that?
I would say mostly seeing a lot last year. We had great players, Luka, who is in the league right now, Weeze Camp, and just seeing those players, how they execute on the court, knowing that in a Big Ten college game, you have to go out there and execute if you want to win games in the clutch time, and just worked a lot in the offseason. It just wanted to come into the season and having a bigger role and being able to be in the game when it matters and just going out there and finishing out the game.
You hadn't even tried a three-pointer in a long time. Did you have any hesitation at all?
Not with that three, because Minnesota, their defense is they kind of seem to sag off. So I feel like to execute on offense and just give them one of the heels on defense, we had to knock down jump shots from the outside.
Did you talk to your brother or anything? Did he give you any texts after this game?
Yeah, I actually talk to my brother after every game. He tells me the good, he tells me the bad, tell me what I need to work on, and just try to just listen to him. He's been on that stage before, so I watched him actually grow into a better person on and off the court. So everything he tells me is he's always trying to help me learn.
Was there a lot more good today than the bad in his post-game review?
I actually didn't talk to him yet, but hopefully it is.
All right, thanks, Ahron. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Thanks, Ahron.